It's spinning. It stopped spinning. Okay, y'all. You know what this is? Top 50. This is not my top 50. This is the top 50 I could find in this mess that is not yet organized or put away properly or sorted in any way, sort or form. I'm going to try to make this quick. Everybody says they're going to try to make this quick. Let's see if I can go under 20 minutes or 50 comics, give them meaning and significance without actually spending a lot of time. Rye number 1, first and full appearance. Rye number 0, first and full appearance of Bloodshot, first appearance or second appearance of the actual Rye, and connected all the Valiant stuff together. Annie Wu variant edition, Miss Marvel number 3. Love that cover. Boom. You'll notice thematically there's a lot of similarities in this. This is Champions negative Miss Marvel Woman of Power cover something or other. I just think it's fucking kick-ass art. Woo-hoo. I cursed twice. Sorry. I don't know. This is not a very popular character, but I like him a lot. Number 1, Wolverine as Puck. Yeah, it's popular. It's worth a lot. I'm not a big Gambit fan, but I don't dislike Gambit either. There you go. I have it. This isn't supposed to be in the pile. I just picked up the wrong pile. What the heck is going on here? Oh, Jesus Christ. I thought I had this all sorted out. There we go. 4 extra books made into the pile that weren't supposed to be there. First Jubilee, Hi Jubilee, Bye Jubilee. First Mr. Sinister, Hi Mr. Sinister, Bye Mr. Sinister. Claremont. First Baby Cable, I don't care. It's just a kick-ass cover. Loved Punk Rock Storm. I was in high school when that came out. And Claremont. Bam! What is significant about this? Nothing. Look how goofy they look. She's wearing roller skates going into this lair where they're about to take on Magneto. What the hell? It was my first X-Men issue that I read. It got me hooked for life on comic books. Super, super significant to me. Really silly issue in retrospect. Hey, Matilda, I'm glad to have you here. I'm just going racing through this. I don't have time to upload it later, so I'm doing it live. I'm being super lazy, but thanks for joining me. Kitty Pryde joins the X-Men. Boom. First, I don't know, first White Queen, maybe not. First Kitty Pryde, not joining the X-Men. And then this is like first Sebastian Shaw and all the other shirtless wonders from like the Hellfire Club. I forget their names, all of them. Art Adams and G. Willow Wilson signed this. Look how cool that is. Yay, look how cool that is. I don't have McKelvey's signature on this. I really want to get it. Bam. Out of all the variant covers, this is considered the 3rd printing. They have a first printing, a second printing, a sketch variant, and then a 4th. So this is a sketch variant, but it's also called the 3rd printing. So there it is. Obviously, the first printing of Miss Marvel. This does not count in my top 50. That's the 2nd printing. But the 1st and the sketch, or the 1st and the 3rd, do count. Miss Marvel as President of the United States. What an amazing idea. I love it. Miss Marvel fan here, in case you didn't know. ElfQuest after X-Men. This is my other original love. I couldn't get the black and white one out, but there you go. Which costume did you hate? Sorry about that, Matilda. Wendy and Richard signed this, fell in love with ElfQuest after reading this, and then went back and got the black and whites and got into all the different ones. Oh, you don't like Kamala Khan? Okay. Then you're not going to like 10 of the books here. Sorry. Sketch covers are a new thing for me. So I got Aubrey Aisi to do a sketch cover at Rose City Comic Con. This is Ripley, who's my favorite character. She'd be the one over there in the corner doing something really weird, but then figuring out the solution to everybody's problems. So I think that's pretty cool. Lumberjanes number 1, signed by 3 of the ladies who work in Lumberjanes. Adi Granov. Virgin variant. I think this one needs more props. This one is just freaking awesome. Hey, Bueller, we're in about halfway through my 50. I have school tomorrow, so I live in Tacoma, but I don't work in Tacoma. My wife works in Tacoma, and she's super happy, Bueller. The strike should be over. They've got a tentative agreement. We were at a rally today, and she's been on strike all week, but it looks like they'll be voting on a tentative agreement tomorrow, and I assume that they'll be back to school. So thank you so much for asking. I almost got a job in the Tacoma School District. It's just they offered it to me too late, and my other district wouldn't release me. In retrospect, I'm really glad because that would have been crazy. But yeah, she should be back to work Monday. My kids should start school on Monday. Anyway, man alive, I think this cover deserves more love than it has gotten. And then I've won this one from the Doom and the 9.2 crew. First Ahsoka, shout out Ahsoka, bam. I dig this variant to Charles Soule's run on Darth Vader, but what I really dig is that it was the last one, and he had these little notes on that I kept. It says, last one, no. So that was pretty cool. I have the first Rogue somewhere, but I can't find it. So I've got the first Monica Rambeau as Captain Marvel. Did your content end, Mr. Oh, Mr. Bueller? Don't think Bueller's contest is over. I didn't get into that yet. I've been so busy. This is probably one of the best written comics ever. From start to finish, it is character tight, story tight, beautifully written. Everything you could ever want to know about the character of these characters, the personality, is just there, man. Just if you can pick this up, man, pick this up. It is so amazing. From like 1988, I think. Just a wonderful comic, man. It needs more love. Six Gun Gorilla. I threw this in there because I wanted to get some more indies and stuff. And this was just a kick-ass book. This is so cool. 6 issue, but just insane. I mean, it's based around a gorilla that's shooting a massive 6-shooter. Shutter #1. Shutter is one of my favorite series, so I threw that in there. Sex Criminals is one of my favorite series. Got that signed by Matt Fraction. Got to see Chip Zdarsky someday. Get him to sign some stuff. Rick Remender on 7 to Eternity. Just a beautiful book. Jerome Pena on that too with him. Matt Hollingsworth, Russ Wooten, Sebastian Gerner, rounding out lettering and coloring and all that. I got a signed Rat Queens #1 by Curtis Wiebe. I've got the newer volume signed by Curtis and Owen Sweeney. This is, I think, my oldest Usagi. I don't have #1, and I don't have the other one that he started. Albedo #2, I think, is the first appearance of this guy. But look at the sketch that he did, man. I didn't even ask for it. He just popped out with that sketch. I thought that was pretty cool. First cameo of Kamala Khan. First cameo of Kamala Khan. First appearance of Kamala Khan with the Miss Marvel, costume at the end of it. Bitch Planet #1. Shout out to Kelly Sue. On the inside of here, I believe she wrote, what's it called? Nonconformity is gender neutral or something like that. Really cool comment I asked her to write. I don't actually have 23. This is 25. I think this is beautiful, but if I had 23, it would be here instead of this one. Absolutely gorgeous cover. Love this one. Again, a little argument between Miss Marvel and Captain Marvel. First Riri in the Ironheart costume. I got Adam Hughes, Angie, Willow Wilson on this one. I love this cover to A-Force. I'm thinking A-Force is going to be a movie coming down the pipe. I don't know what you say, but yeah, I'm loving this. Looks like my chat went away or everybody just left. I don't know. There's nobody in the chat box that I can see. Is this the First Legion or is 21 the First Legion? I think this is the First Legion. If it's not, I meant to have the First Legion. You've heard the story before. I have a shoot. What happened? And it's go away. What happened? My computer left me for a moment. There's a small tape pull you can't see there. I hope to get the author and artist to write across it someday. But there's Chew #1. I picked up for $1.50. I don't have Deadly Class #1. I didn't pull it out. I should have it. There's Greg Rucka on Lazarus. I got Greg Ruck and Michael Lark to sign Lazarus #1. Lazarus is one of those books that kind of pretending for the future. It's going to graphic novel version. Shaolin Cowboy, first issue, signed by Jeff Darrell. This guy's picking up some steam lately. Miles Morales, first appearance, signed by Brian Michael Bendis. This must be a later copy because it doesn't have that Wilson signature on. Marvel .1, the second appearance of Kamala Khan as Miss Marvel on top on a cover. And the first story about her inside here, Stephanie Hahn's Modern Beauty, Modern Amazingness. I have to get the variant cover to this. First Afra, Darth Vader #3. These are my two Star Wars #1 favorite comics. I have like so many Star Wars #1s. This one because Drax the Space, is it Drax the Space Bunny? No, I can't remember his name now because my mind's going blank. The Space Bunny being pushed out by the rest of the gang. And this one just, as a kid, I was 7 when the first Star Wars movie came out, and this just like boom, this whole idea of like young boy looking towards the future, dissatisfied with his life. I mean, that's what Star Wars is all about, speaking to us like that. I don't know how many comics that is. I think that's getting up there. So I've already showed this one, but this is a different version. This is a 9/8. Um, and the great story about this is the 1 in 100. I purchased on Amazon what looked like a picture of the color version of this, which is a 1 in 50 variant. And I paid the color 1 in 50 money for it. And now this slab is going for like 4 times what I paid for it. So I don't know. I want to crack this open someday and see why it's a 9/4. I don't know why it's a 9/4. It's a really light cover, so you might be able to see blemishes more easily. But this is the second printing of Captain Marvel 17. So this is the first Kamala Khan on a cover. This is a highly sought after book. Guys, the chat keeps disappearing. So if I'm not saying hi to you, I apologize. I can't see any of you all. And to round it out, not that this is my top book, but this is just the last one I got. This is not slabbed. I just keep it in here to keep it safe. Someday I got to get it cleaned. There's a tiny little bit of mudge. I'm using a new word I made up, mudge on the back. And I got to get Brian K. Vaughan to sign this someday. But there is Fiona Staples on it. Saga #1. I believe that was 50 books. Chat, I can't see you guys, man. I don't know what the heck's going on with my computer. There we go. There's Bueller and Miss Gothica having it out there. Miss Matilda Gothica does not like Kamala Khan, but that's okay, man. To each their own. Much love to you, as always. Doesn't matter what you like as long as you're a good person in the community, man. You got my vote. So this contest was for He Who Shall Not Be Named. 50 top 50 comics, and if those are not my top 50, at least they're close to it. So thanks a lot for joining me, guys. I'll catch you later.